Good morning and welcome to another video on the Wolf Rock YouTube channel. Today, me and Sam feel like we are the only boat in Salcombe. We've got up early, the sun is just rising around the corner there and it looks absolutely gorgeous, and we are going to go on a little bit of an adventure. We've got a weather window, probably 7-mile-an-hour winds at the moment, maybe moving up to 13-mile-an-hour southwesterlies. So we're going to turn left, we're going to head down towards Slapton Sands, towards Dartmouth, and go and have a little look at, hopefully some wildlife. It'd be great to see some tuna and just generally enjoy ourselves on this Brig Eagle 8. This is just a wonderful all year round vessel, and just want to impress on you that if you have a window over the next few months, this can be some of the best time of year to go boating. You can be out here almost entirely by yourself, as long as you've got the right gear. I've got my Wolf Rock jacket on at the moment, available on the website, cheeky plug. And you can just have a wonderful day on the water. It's a little bit cold today, it's probably 2 or 3 degrees, but it's really fresh and absolutely gorgeous. So let's go see if we can find some tuna, see some wildlife. We'll head down towards Dartmouth and work out what we're going to do from there. We might pop in for a coffee. Who knows? The morning is our oyster. Come with us. We're on our way to Slapton, which is just behind us, and incidentally, look at how beautiful that sunrise is. That is what it is all about. First thing in the morning. It's easy to forget how lucky we are to be out on a boat like this, and if you have one, that is exactly why, in the right gear, you should be coming out and experiencing this on your boat. It's just such a privilege. But the reason we've turned right, I've lost them now, but there is a load of gannets sat on the edge of this tide line, and I'm pretty sure that they are sat above some bluefin tuna, which I really want to see today. So we've just come across to have a little look. We've probably got another couple of hours till slack water, and that is our window to head back as well with this southwesterly. Just be nice to go back when it's flattened off, but also that is when the tuna tend to bring all the bait fish up to the surface. So fingers crossed we're going to find them, but those gannets are definitely the sign that we're after. And there are so many of them in the sky, it's just crazy. And when they start feeding, it is such a cool thing to see. They will come down from 20 foot, fold their wings in and fire into the water at pace. I just absolutely love seeing them. And often, when you've got birds diving around bass, it's generally not gannets. You might have 1 or 2 gannets within that kind of group of birds. But at the moment, all of these birds are proper gannets. So if they start feeding, it's going to be Attenborough stuff. I think we're going to head inshore a little bit. The wind's starting to pick up slightly, so let's head into Slapton, go grab a coffee at Dartmouth, and fingers crossed this is the area for the tuna on the way back. Right, so we've just reached Slapton Sands. We've just come around Start Point, and the water has glassed off. It's absolutely perfect in the bay on the way to Dartmouth. Little bit lumpy coming around the corner, but we've planned this trip so that as the tide slackens off, as I mentioned earlier on, we're going to go look for some tuna on the way back, which means it should be nice and calm heading back towards Salcombe as well. Worth stopping at Slapton Sands just to remember the American servicemen that lost their lives here in World War II. It's November, we're a few weeks after Remembrance, and lest we forget the immense sacrifices that those men and women put into World War II to obviously allow us the freedoms that we have today. And this really was the location of an unbelievable incident during World War II. Firstly, 300 people, some estimates would say more, lost their lives in a live fire incident whilst they were preparing for the D-Day landings on this beach. This beach was picked because of its similarities to the beaches across in France, and then they went on to do another exercise that was actually kiboshed by some German U-boats that were coming through the channel at the time, and up to 750 people, I think maybe a few more, died in that exercise as well. Just an unbelievable loss of life on this beach. There is a memorial just outside the car park there in Slapton, and one of those incidents that is just, like I said, truly unbelievable. At the time it was covered up because it was just before the D-Day landings. Obviously they didn't want to say anything about it, because they were trying to make sure the Germans didn't know that we were going to land on the beaches. And even afterwards, it's always been shrouded in some sort of mystery. And the local residents here have done a lot of digging over the years, and there's some really good information in Slapton. And if you spend some time going up and down here in your boat, using your Garmin down view and side scan, you might find the 2 wrecks of those boats that were sunk by the U-boats on that horrendous day. Like I said, lest we forget, that is what November's all about. And, you know, it is just an unbelievable piece of history on this coastline. Not everything is glorious down here, but now it's just a wonderful place to come and moor your boat. You could stick the anchor down here in the summer and sit and have a coffee, and it is a wonderful place to be. Now, we are going to head down to Dartmouth before this rain comes in, grab ourselves a coffee and a bacon sandwich, and then we'll be heading back to Salcombe. Come with us. Right, so as you can probably see behind me, there is Dartmouth, actually shrouded in a rainbow today. It looks really, really beautiful. We have decided to keep pushing round. Brixham is not far around this corner, so we are going to push round to Brixham, go and pop in, grab a coffee, wait for that tide to slacken off, and then head back down the coast. There's a couple of rain squalls behind us, yeah, we're going to hide in Brixham Harbour for a little while, and then pop back round the corner. But it just shows, on the Eagle 8 on a day like today, where you've got some nice calm seas, you can really head out and enjoy this amazing boat. Perfectly designed for exploring the coastline. I think it's probably 25 or so nautical miles to Brixham from Salcombe. It's right inside the wheelhouse of a boat like this, obviously. So we're going to explore around a little bit more, have a look at this beautiful coastline while the sun's shining on it. It seems like we're in a little gap in the weather. We're going to try and maintain that gap, enjoy the sunshine, and probably get very, very, very wet going back. But let's go grab ourselves a coffee and head into Brixham. Right, so we've just arrived in Brixham. Always nice to come into a new harbour, and I've not come into Brixham on a boat, certainly not one that I've been helming, and super easy. Just buzzed into the harbour office, popped on the visitor moorings, going to grab a quick coffee, let this rain that is just over the headland come over, and then we'll head back on slack water back to Salcombe. What a great day so far. So we've just got to the breakwater, and we said, do you do hot chocolates? She said, yeah, I do hot chocolates. Sam said, you do any flavoured hot chocolates? She said, yeah, we do a mint aero hot chocolate. So we've ordered what we thought was going to just be a regular hot chocolate. It turns out it's a full-scale ice cream. But can't complain. That is absolutely ridiculous. Sorry, Georgia. So there we go, we are heading out of Brixham. That was a really, really nice bacon sandwich, worth every single second of the extra little bit around the coast. Really cool to see a proper fishing port in action as well, some big boats coming in. Now we are hopefully bang on slack, so we are going to head back round in what should be, fingers crossed, flat calm seas, all the way back round Salcombe, open up the 350 on the back, have a little bit of a play, hopefully find some tuna, but if not, we've had a wonderful, wonderful trip. We've seen seals, seen dolphins, we've seen loads and loads of seabirds, and yeah, it's been really, really cool. So let's get ourselves back to Salcombe, get the boat back on the dock, and we'll speak to you in a sec. Right, so as you can see, we are bouncing back towards Salcombe, and one of the things I love about this Eagle 8, now, you know, we throw it around a lot that this is a kind of any weather vessel, proper ocean going boat, all of those types of things, and it's definitely true. We're clearing loads of water off that squared off nose. We're coming back into probably 15 mile an hour of wind. It's cold, there's rain in the air, and this big console is so protective. You just feel almost warm behind it. Obviously, if you're standing up, you're going to get that wind in your face, and it is a little bit uncomfortable. But sat down, this is super comfy. We're doing 33, 34 knots into the waves and absolutely no problems whatsoever. So we're going to keep on trying to bounce in between these rain clouds and get ourselves back, but that is one of the things I love about the Eagle 8, and you should have some confidence. This is a little bit lumpy, as you can probably hear, but we're still doing 33 knots. Obviously, if it got worse, you can slow down. You just need to plan your journey back. We're on relatively slack water now, so we're going to make our way quite wide around start point, just so we don't get stuck in the water on the edge of the point, right in between two rain clouds, and back into Salcombe. So let's go. So just after that, we did get stuck in a little bit of wind over tide, probably spent a little bit too long enjoying our bacon sandwich in Brixham, but we thought we'd leave it in just to show you that the Eagle 8 can absolutely handle that little bit of water, so you can be confident that if the weather changes, you've got more than enough boat underneath you. And it was literally just on the corner, and then it was flat calm all the way in to Salcombe. There we are, we're back in Salcombe. As you can see, we are just rounding the Wolf Rock Buoy coming into the mouth of Salcombe Harbour. For those of you that don't know that that's the Wolf Rock Buoy, that's where Paul and Sarah originally got the idea for the name of the Wolf Rock Boat Company. We've had a fantastic day today. That has been a lot of fun, and to be honest, on the way back it was pretty racy in places, and the Eagle 8 just deals with it so well. There's no point where you feel like you're out of control and you feel like the boat's not up to it. It's just such a good boat for this sort of thing in the winter. We've had a truly fantastic day, but it's worth saying that just outside the mouth of Salcombe Harbour, it's flat calm. Just get your winds right, get your tides right, and it doesn't have to be an 8-metre boat to be able to get out on the water and have a great day. It obviously does just make it easier if you're going that little bit further, especially with the way that the winds change. You know, we started this morning with 7 mile an hour, and now it's probably the best part of 17 miles an hour, gusting 20, which wasn't the forecast this morning. So it's nice to have that little bit of extra safety with the Eagle 8. We've had a brilliant day. It's been great to go down to Slapton Sands and then to obviously pop round into Brixham. And that was a seriously good bacon sandwich. So we're going to get this boat back onto the tetradock. I will talk you through a few things that I love about this vessel. If you haven't seen the videos on the Eagle 8, there are loads of them on the channel, but go and check this boat out. It's a really brilliant family boat, designed for properly getting out there and going to sea, but with all of the luxury touches that you'd expect from an Eagle 8. So much space for relaxing with the family. You've got your heads, loads of storage inside the console, big protective console for an 8-metre rib, lovely squared off nose. We've got that nice seat in front of the nose, big squared off footplate for coming in, nose in, lovely seat in front of the console. When you infill that, it turns into an absolutely enormous sun pad. Great bolster position. I love the new upholstery, so I love that wrap round seat that you can see on that back seat there. Just a really nice entertaining space. You can pop a table in the back and spend some time at anchor all year round. And if you haven't done that with your boat, I really do implore you to do it. Go out, put the anchor down, take a flask of coffee rather than that cold champagne that you're taking out in the summer, and just enjoy being out in what is a truly breathtakingly beautiful part of the world. So we'll get this boat back on the tetradock. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Like I said, we will see you in the next one. There's lots and lots of films to come. We're going to be pushing the boundaries a little bit with the Navigator further into the rest of the year, and before we know it, we're going to be back into the 2026 boating season. So if you haven't already, please like and subscribe, and we will speak to you guys very soon.